Ladies, gentlemen, meatbags alike, welcome back to Biomutant. Hope you're all doing well here today. I'm doing alright. Nothing spectacular happening in life lately, and I do apologize, but apparently checking over one of our little quests here. Let me just do a little of this. Return to Gizmo. So apologies for basically dialogue right at the beginning.
Sit up. Gizmo will always make time for you.
Information gathering, okay.
Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now.
I guess I can persuade.
Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it. Says you look trustworthy. Might as well tell you where it is.
Oh, well that was successful.
Says you're welcome to stay as long as you want.
Let's just go.
Understand. Gizmo will always make time for you. Says
Okay,
talking
game.
to you will...
Game, are you being weird? Game's also just having a bit of a chunk right now. Oh, there we go. I think it's out of chunk. But like, you hear that thumping, right?
The tribes need someone to unite them.
Shut up, narrator. I already took care of the tribes. Let's put that waypoint there. See what's going on. We get, let's see, we have this, a little shrine. Oh yeah, I spent the majority of the side points before I forget. Like, you know, just got all these. I forgot if I mentioned that in the last episode or not, but clarification, you know? All those side points we've been saving up. Oh, hello there. Something for me to shoot.
So much damage. You...
Dead. Harvest the remains, or some of his parts. Acquire poop. And a key. And now we
Take
got
this
the jank.
seriously,
Oh, the
or it'll
jank.
take you down. key for every lock.
And scrap that.
You always find good use for things like that.
Ah, yes. Another magazine.
You
Yes.
sure know how to hold a gun.
More bullet. Alright, back to world map. Go our journals. Yeah, wrong button. So we got out of date here. It's a little odd. Maybe I'm railroad into talking to out of date. Well, closest point. Little fast travel.
The night could be fun.
Make our way on over. It's a nice little run.
The yerp fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. That's a hope hall. Some used to go there every week to join hands and hope together. Not so much hope to go around.
Well, that's cleared up. And you know, I guess it's time
This
to
one
be an
seems to be in
absolute
good
dick.
spirits.
Wow.
Has heard that you have a asks you to do the right
I
thing
already
for the
feel
sake
good.
of your conscience.
Turning enough turning.
Is surprised you chose.
Nothing shines like the dark. Oh, no, wait. Oh.
You can't trust the dark.
Can you see how dark sets you free?
It's not too late for you.
Hello, darkness. That's me, your old friend.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Let's see, anything else I can quickly grab here?
Ah, plastic scrap like that always comes in handy. Every day comes with a new chance to save the world.
Am I missing it? Like, I know I'm missing stuff. Like it was on the screen earlier, but I'm just thinking to myself, where are they? Where's the goods? There's the person to rescue, or to abuse. And there was the scrap totem, like, huh. Where was the bioblob? I saw a bioblob on the list earlier. And a little bit
As
more
long as
luck.
you're happy about it.
Gotta get that crit. Yeah, I'm just going to forget about the other stuff in that area. Don't want to be wandering around too long now, don't we? Or do we want to wait that? Like, make y'all wait. Yeah, I know. Someone messaged me. I'll take care of it after the episode.
Plastic scrap like that over there could be useful.
Get our next point right here. More trash.
Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. Let's see.
We piss on that.
It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. keep on tracking down here and things will look up eventually.
Alright, out of date. I'm here.
Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots.
I'll give myself direction. That just sounds...
Who do you think his are? He's the one that's called Out of Date, remember?
Wherefore, where?
Out of Date says there's a time for everything, and now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone.
Come, Reaper.
Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things.
Tolidrea ya Maoloa.
If you continue to do good, good will follow you.
not always
If
the
the
case.
world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So, he's prepared for the worst. Something he calls the Ark.
Even if the world dies out, it's still going to be the world. So, you know, you can't really get rid of a whole entire planet so easily. So, it's not going to end. You'll just be dead until new life takes form.
He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree to survive. Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees. He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core. The contamination disrupted what we now know as Ki energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate. He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head. It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real. He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground. The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out. The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end. You'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
I suppose safety precautions, you know. But, I think safety precaution, I should probably choose people with enough head, like 4 seats, 6 people, like there's me, Out of Date, although I'm not sure Out of Date's joining, so let's say Out of Date is not, because, you know, his name implies, or his title implies that he will be passing on soon enough. But me and 4 other people. I I don't really think that's enough for genetic diversity, even if we're technically mutations from, previous animal life forms based off of radioactivity.
Lotu lu bayo.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Yes, I have been busy.
Ka nuka
He
nuburak.
says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast.
Ka nuka nuburak.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Goop.
To Hawaii.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Papa mofubak.
Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Toledrea ya Maoloa.
He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Wungbubu tubuku.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Mauketo tul atu ya malao.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Alright, well, let's get going.
Says talking to...
Yeah, I could go into settings and audio and just tell the narrator to shut up, but I don't know. If I don't tell him to shut up, well, if he doesn't talk, I can't tell him to shut up. Therefore, I can't really have much of commentary without the narrator. Well, a little bit of... Oh wait, I can't fast travel from down here? Eh. Bugger.
Let's see.
Alright, well, let's go to the closest point that I can have for, well, Goop. Another loading screen. Isn't this great? Yeah, I could check that message while I'm loading, but at the same time...
Feel your way through.
Oh, never mind so much for checking messages.
That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there.
And through the thicket, the shrubbery, the bushes, or whatever you want to say. Trees, shrubberies, thicket. I feel like I might have missed, past the point of going inside, but it was a good check. Good to check anyway. have here? Gonna piss on this.
Let's see. Nothing like a story with an unexpected ending.
Yangu.
hello,
Mukan
Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim.
Yeah, I
didn't
remember you
recognize the
just
Goop
yeeting
says
me
you
into
were
the
always
water.
so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was.
I somewhat remember, but I feel like, asking about these are just, probably going to tell me what I already know, so,
He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it.
I'll show some forgiveness for Lupin when the chance comes around.
He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
You'll also...
Dark, run!
Smarty, take it easy.
Easy. Now. No, it's time to go, go, go.
Well, it's time for you to go.
Wait, what? No!
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit, so you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. Out of Date told him the undersurf was the epicenter of the contamination. This was where it struck hardest and inflicted the biggest change to the ecosystem.
I kind of just feel like dropping this game as a Let's Play, but at the same time, if I did, hell, I just wouldn't really be completing it now, would I? Although, I've also kind of stopped my original goal when I was doing the Terraria Let's Play, when it came to,
This is turning out to be quite
my
an
train of thought.
expedition.
Try to research everything, playthrough, but at least I'm not 100%ing this nonsense. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Damn it. Man, how far back did this set me? We'll see. I could take care of that message now.
You're a long way from the sun.
Or not take care of that message. Critical board. Alright, well that works. No, we got that way, and we have this over here. Bada bing, bada boom, we got another piece of stuff. Another magazine. Easy does it. No loot on him? Alright, continue on with life. Alright, well let's collect our part here for the glue glide and or glue glide, yep. Yep, got them parts.
There's not much left of what we used to call our world. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Alright, Coop.
Mukam. Saluya. Bauta sare dunokwana.
He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out.
Let's see. They both sound very self-explanatory. You know, one for collecting surface stuff and, well, other for heavier, deeper stuff.
There's debris floating around on the surf that might be blocking your path or needs to be towed. That means you'll need a device so you can get it out of your way.
Yeah.
Mukan bol.
Coop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive Porky Puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks.
Alright, where's Gulp?
He only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp is not much of a babbler and mostly keeps to himself and his drink.
Goo glide for movement, speed, direction, calling. It could go faster. But, you know, this is the speed we gotta
Better
hit
get
over.
moving before the day passes you by. Lots of notices on the board for things that made sense in the days when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what they cared about here. Wonder if any of it matters now. In the old days, this was a port for boats that went under the surf. They helped clog the surf into goo.
Why clog the surf?
Toxanol didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. Their machines made a mess, though, and they never cleaned up after themselves. You should be able to find a track here. Just need to keep your eyes open.
Ah, there we go. Got a little speed. I forgot that, you know, I wasn't thinking that, you know, little dash button could actually help with, you know, speeding this up.
You're poking around Pockbur, a prime village. Says the tribe Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe that's been terrorizing their village. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it can... As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village...
I just feel like
It's
skipping
trouble
this
that the
because honestly, I'm tired.
The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. So thrilled the tribe war is over and the myriad triumph. Says you'll... The Sifu asked...
Iboya, amanira atsal.
Ah. I guess I'll do this little side kindness here.
Glad to see some wood scrap there.
Taking all my wood scrap away from me. But whatever. I have relatively decent weapons for now, so I can always just scrap more later.
The end is coming to the world, and everything else.
A little, shall we say, community service, although I'm not exactly in trouble or anything. I just might as well do a communal good with this.
Has no doubt you've earned the trust and support. Is always...
Not really a lot of, losing my train of thought, experience, but... Another flag to piss on?
Let's see. But relaxing isn't really your thing. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least.
Alright, I hope I'm not drowning. Okay, good. Not completely.
He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink.
I never met this person before.
Points out that he's hungry too, but always thirsty for more. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead.
Yeah, you could eat.
Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew?
Ja.
Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit.
Guding.
Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow.
Surangan.
Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like a peaceful drink, just like you.
I have been slowly wanting some peace in my life.
Graun.
Something calm and soothing for your belly.
Seringsæde gulis.
But who cares about them?
Mullaid.
Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The Glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all.
Uringelengi.
Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun goes up.
Hey, Gulp, I'm not gonna, get on your ass too hard about this, but, moderation, Drink in moderation. We all have our vices, and I won't lie, I got my own. So, I'm not here to judge, but I am here going to say moderation.
Figures the real problem is finding something to drink.
Seringsæde
He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surf Epelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax.
Alright, tell me about the gum quack.
They're better at floating than flapping, so you should be able to net a few without growing yourself a pair of wings.
The words gum quack they don't sound right. They really don't. I'm not gonna say what they sound like, but I'm just gonna say it really just doesn't sound like the best, word.
Ready to roll? The day is calling. The Quack Hollow. It's just lonely.
Cable connections, okay. What I might need to do is, simply that. Just to make the same amount of active X's the same as the requirement X's.
Need the right key? It's all about destiny. Yours, mine. Someone locked it solid. More scrap for you. Small things for your big ideas.
Let's see, got all that down there. How am I supposed to, I don't know, get over to where I need to go? Okay, the water's not deep.
That's a good find. The scrap keeps piling up. Sharp as your wit. You need to line up the switches so they match.
This is something not right here. It's white. Got the, oh, wait.
Bristles like the hair of one electrified.
Alright, let me do a little something here before I forget. Since we're now at level 30, might as well actually have this on instead. Get rid of that.
That's sure to be useful.
We put this on. Scrap and scrap. Dismantle that. We'll dismantle that.
You need to line up the switches so they match.
Wait a second. There we go.
Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Oh, that takes care of this little area.
And you don't even have to feed it. Careful of the goo.
We'll fast travel back, talk to Goop, and wrap up the episode. Let's see. Try and check that message in the meantime. I just opened up the message. It just. Boop, doot, doot. There we go. Alright, Goop. Take your rubber ducky.
Saluya. Sisatiarian.
That's enough quacks to sustain the Goo Glide flipper with infinite ammunition.
Malo Whitney.
Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out-of-Date's leg, so this World Eater has made it personal.
I thought they all made it personal when it came to, I don't know, destroying the world.
Malo Whitney.
After that, Out-of-Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to best...
Mukan bali.
He seems happy to talk.
Kitenko.
Seems surprised.
Alright, so yeah, time for a wrap up. Thank you for joining, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you don't, I wish you all a nice day. And until then, take care.